Hi, this is part 2 to your personal reading. And sorry because my camera just died, but I recharged it. So I was just saying that maybe you're supposed to have children. Maybe that's part of like your journey here. But regardless, there's something going on with your throat chakra. There's some kind of like gift you have. We'll probably get into that later. There's something that wants to come through, and this is a new path for you, and this is going to unlock your financial abundance. So this is a really like it must be why I was feeling just this really cool energy around you, because these are my favorite readings to do when someone is like at that turning point, because sometimes all you need is just someone to kind of just tip you over the edge and help you, just give you that confidence to follow your gut. And that's what I want to do here. Like, this is about you and what wants to come through. Like, this is about you following your own gut and your own intuition, and it's like you want to start a new path related to these gifts that you have, and you would love to, reverse this situation and generate more abundance, and I believe you can do it. So let's see, what energy is coming in? My parrot is going crazy. She's like screaming at me. I'm like, I promise I'll hang out with you later this afternoon. Okay, so what is the energy coming in to your life right now? Okay, oh, I already saw this earlier when I was skimming over your reading, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have another boundaries talk with this person. So this is something I feel like it's very connected to everything that we're going to read about here, and I honestly think that a huge issue right now with you, this could be the root of a lot of the stress and anxiety in your life, is the lack of boundaries. And I've I have had to learn how to have boundaries in my life too, because I wasn't really taught that along my earlier journey. And I feel like this is something you just learn as you go along in life. Sometimes your parents teach you, or your society or your culture teaches you, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just gotta teach yourself later in life. This is part of protecting yourself. And also, it's mainly, boundaries are a way to protect yourself and also like to ground yourself in who you are. So I would highly suggest maybe looking up Teal Swan's talks on boundaries, or just going on YouTube and looking up like how to have healthy boundaries. But it's going to help you so that in your relationships, you're not leeching so much energy, because when you're an empath, people just flock to you, and they just want to suck that light out of you. They want that nurturing. They want that the gift that you have. And yes, you give that to people, but sometimes it becomes so much. Like, you have to be able to give to yourself. And I'm going to read you this little passage on boundaries from this book, because I feel like this is going to unlock it for you. This is a huge message to you right now. It's coming out in the middle of the reading. Just kind of randomly, but obviously for a reason. So they're saying that a sincere desire to give of service is wonderful. However, there's a distinction between giving of yourself and giving up yourself. If you feel tired, guilty, or resentful while helping others, then you're not truly helping them, are you? You're injecting poisonous energies into the relationship, and then no one benefits. So basically, when you say yes, when you really mean no, and you don't want to do something, but you're just like trying to be nice, you end up like putting all this weird energy into the situation, and it doesn't really help. You need to make sure that you can give to yourself and only say yes when you 100% mean it. And that's going to, learn how to say no and learn how to draw those boundaries. It's hard when you're an empath, from experience. They're saying, as you respect your own boundaries, others will begin to recognize and respect them within you and within themselves as well. And that's healthy behavior to help teach other people too. So look into it, because they're saying there's an imbalance right now in your life, and it's because of that. It's because your boundaries need to be stronger. And I don't think that you don't have any boundaries. It's just they need to get stronger, and it's going to help you not be so resentful and help your relationships go smoother. And it's going to help you save your energy, because right now you need your energy to help make these changes. And if you're leeching it out to other people, it's just so hard. And that's why in my life, I've had to like kind of cut myself off from a lot of people in relationships, because a lot of my energy was going and being leached, I guess, and I needed to keep it for myself. And I think that's kind of where you're at right now. So, what is the energy that's leaving? So that's the energy that's coming in. The energy that's leaving. Oh my gosh, this is so good to see. So lately, it's like you've been very emotional and your body might have had some weird rhythms and stuff going on, and you've been having to slow down to like attend to this a lot. And I feel like all of this anxiety and all this energy is leaving because it was related to this huge transition you were going through. And so the transition is over and you're headed to like a new little sweet spot here in your life. I think it's related to you starting this new path. So we're going to switch gears here now, and we're going to see what is going on in your love life. So what's going on in your love life? Well, I see the true love card next to the struggle card. So this card is saying that the romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So it's kind of an omen that, yes, like the universe knows like this is what you want. You've been putting this desire out. This has been on your mind. This has been on your heart. And so this is manifesting. But right now it's a struggle because there's been this lack of this in your life. And, you know, it's hard not to focus on that. You know, there's this lack. And it's been a struggle, and like I said, I see backstabbing, and like this card that flew out of the deck, it's making me think like this might even represent a man that like literally did this to you. And he might even like have this type of energy, like, or even look like this. So, interesting. And so they're saying like, yes, they know there's been a struggle here. And so what is the next step? I'm like, thanks, universe. It's kind of vague, but this is what they're saying. They're saying that you're just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process. Don't give up. This is the go with the flow card. It's pretty simple. They're like, you're just getting started. Don't force this little flower bud to open and bloom right away. This is a process you're going through. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. This might not be the right time for this in your life, but they're saying go with the flow. So if you're in a relationship, because like something just came to me, like you could be in a relationship, because I'm not, like I do feel the energy of this male around you. If you're in the relationship right now, then they're saying it's just getting started, like this new level you're at, and so continue on, like go with the flow. Like maybe currently there's like a struggle in the relationship, but if so, I see that like it's nothing to be concerned about. So, that was just a little bit of a love reading. If you're interested, at some other point, you know, you can feel free to book a love reading, and I usually do it a lot more in depth, but we're going to move on to your career now, and I'm actually really excited for this part of the reading because I feel like this is what really wants to come through. It's related to this High Priestess card we got and the Guiding Children card we got in your current energy, and this New Path card. I mean, this is just so blunt here. You have a gift with counseling, you know, you've got this gift with your throat chakra, and like this is your new path for you. So what's going on in your career? Three of these cards came out. Isn't that intense? I just tried to draw one. So it makes me wonder, like, do you have a job right now? Or maybe you're just working, like, a little side job or something, or, like, something that's just paying the bills while you're trying to figure out, like, what you're supposed to be doing here. But I'm seeing this independence card and this bold card and, like, endurance. And so it's making me think, like, you really, like, have gone out on your own, and, like, you're getting ready to, like, take this leap, because, like, the leap of faith card came out for you too. This is a huge point. Like, this is a huge turning point for you. Like, it makes me think, like, you've quit your job or something, and you're considering quitting your job to do this new path. And let's see what your talents and gifts are. It's like you and I have already discussed your talents and gifts. This is so weird. This is so weird. I asked what your talents and gifts are, but these cards aren't really telling me that. They're telling me like it's kind of pointing to this up here. Remember, we already talked about your gifts at the very beginning of the reading. And they're saying, like, you need to take a leap of faith. Like, you're a very nurturing person. Like, you're an empath, and, like, you have these healing gifts. And they're saying it's time to start delegating. That you need to ask people for help. That you need to, like, think about doing trainings or, you know, learning new information to help you towards these goals. Because they really want you to do this. I feel like whoever I'm talking to right now, like your guides or just whatever, the energies, universal consciousness, I don't know. I just feel like this reading was meant to happen. You're supposed to be given encouragement to continue in this direction. Because who else out there in the world is going to encourage you to do this? A lot of people in society don't really understand it. And honestly, most people don't really care. Everyone's just so focused on, like, what they're trying to do. And when you're sensitive and when you're an empath, like, sometimes it's hard to, like, make your decisions on your own. Like, you want that approval, you want that recognition, you want that validation. But what I'm seeing here is that you need to validate yourself. You need to approve of yourself. You need to realize you are ready. You already have all the knowledge, all the tools, and all the means to move forward in this direction, even if it doesn't seem like it. And sometimes in life, you just gotta take a leap of faith, you know? First you take action, and then the money comes, you know? So, yeah, I'm preaching it. But yeah, you need to do this. You need to move forward in this direction, no matter what it means. You know, lately, I know this sounds crazy, like, but at least for me, but I've been thinking about maybe going back to school so that I can get, like licensed professional counselor and stuff like that. Because I really love doing this, and I'd love to add more credentials to what I do. Although, I'm still doing this. Even though I don't have that, I'm still doing this. So, like, that's an example to you that maybe you're afraid to start because you don't have the right credentials or you don't have enough money or something. But you know what? I freaking started this channel with just my cell phone, and, like, I'm still using that as I manifest more equipment. And so you can start whatever it is you want to start. Just start where you're at. Let go of perfectionism and just start. It's more about building momentum and taking that first step. Because remember, the universe is like a mirror. It mirrors stuff back to you. So if you take a step forward, the universe is going to bring you the next opportunity. You know, if you donate your time and your energy and your talents towards something, the universe is going to send, like, money and energy and, like, help and support your way. It's really bizarre how it works, but that's just something I'm starting to understand, especially as I study quantum physics and stuff like that. It's just that concept is echoed and mirrored in all of nature, in our reality. So basically what I'm saying is that you have support. The universe will support you to move forward in this area. So what are your next steps when it comes to, like, your career and, like, implementing and using these talents and gifts? Again, you know, every single friggin' card row here just keeps repeating this message. Look at this. They're saying, be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? That's what you need to do. These gifts that you have, the universe doesn't care how you use them. It's like a gift, you know? I think we were talking about that earlier. This is a gift. It's for you, and you get to decide how you're going to use it and how you're going to implement it. These gifts that I have with my intuition and with speaking and, I don't know, just uplifting, I could use this gift however I want. I could just use it for myself, you know? I could use it for whoever comes across my path, but for now, I'm choosing to use it like this because I love this. You know, do what you love. That's what matters. Whatever is the most fun to you. I actually think this is really fun. So when I was little, I used to make little fortune tellers and, like, those little fortune catcher things and do those for my friends all the time. Walking around the whole school, like, pick a number or pick a color. And then, you know, 1, 2, 3. Okay, pick a... And then I'd open it up and I'd be like, yeah, you're going to have a boyfriend. Yeah. Do you remember those little fortune catcher things? Did they ever do that at your school when you were little? Anyways, you got to do what comes natural to you, you know? What were you doing when you were a kid? Like, how have you always been? Like, what's your nature? What's fun to you? This is, like, where you got to go. Now what I see is... this hard time, this winter in your life is ending, and now you can have your footing. And it's easier now for you to look to the future, to think about like gathering materials and supplies to build your nest. Obviously, this is a metaphor, but your nest is basically like this new career and this new path for you. And this is what you're like able to start thinking about building. This is what this period in your life is all about right now. Just like looking to the future and like thinking about this vision for what you want to build. So, what do you need to be open to receive? Well, dang. Well, dang. Your reading is so crazy. In a good way. So, they want you to be open to receiving healing. They're like, you know, you've been through a lot in life. It's time for you to, like, maybe consider doing some detoxing of your body and your mind. So, our minds are like a computer. And if you go through life and you just allow whoever's around you and then, like, the government to program your mind, that's not good. So you need to fill yourself with new knowledge and information. You need to plug into information that resonates with you and unplug a little bit from the media. And, you know, find books and articles and blogs and stuff that you like and that feed your soul with information you want to grow in. And, you know, do affirmations that tell you that you're worthy and that you're beautiful, and instead of listening to anything else that will tell you otherwise. And, you know, maybe drink some more water, you know, purified water. And eat healthier, more plant-based diet, you know, more fruits, more vegetables. Try to eat healthier and, you know, start detoxing, because you're getting ready to make these big changes and you might just want to clear out some of that old stuff, you know. They're also saying you need to be open to receive a new home. Look at this. Your household situation is improving, either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So, yeah, you got to be ready for that. I hope that's something you want. I hope that's exciting. This is for real. When I draw this card, I haven't seen this card for myself in a while. But the last time I saw it, I moved twice. So, yeah, it was kind of fun. And I see this card a lot before I travel too, because I travel a lot for my work now, which I love. And I'm going to be traveling even more really soon. Like, yeah, all over the world. It's getting crazy. Maybe you'll start seeing some of my readings filmed in other places. But yeah, like, you are definitely going to be moving. And I also see here, you need to be open to receive, like, when it comes to love. This is a symbol, like the salmon sometimes has to swim, well, it does. It has to swim upstream, you know, in order to mate. And I think this is a sign of abundance and prosperity and, like, things working out and good fortune, opportunity. It's like a beautiful symbol, you know. But overall, you got to be willing to work for it. They're saying you got to be willing to put yourself out there. So I hope that helps. So the last little bit of information here for you is your advice from Spirit. After all this is said and done, I think there's one thing that I didn't touch on this reading, and it's the biggest thing on your heart right now. It might be related to this person we were talking about, whoever that reminds you of. They're saying they know there's been an injustice, but unconditional love, that's the answer here. That's what the situation wanted to teach you. This card says, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And, you know, it's really funny. Once I tried to do, like, a political reading, but it got deleted, and then I decided, like, maybe I just shouldn't, because that's, I don't know. But I was doing a reading on Trump, because I live in America. Woot woot. Kind of embarrassed about that right now. But yeah, it was a reading on Trump, and this is the first card that came out. And I was just like, wow, like, damn, like, you gotta, yeah, get on that level, like, to unconditionally love people, even if they're crazy. I don't know about that, but they're just saying, love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. Like, this person backstabbed you, but you have to realize that the only reason that person probably hurt you is because there's a side of themselves that is very hurt. And so people are going to do to you, like, they're going to mirror to you, like, their own internal stuff. And, like, I've realized that on my path, I've done that to people, and people have done that to me. And I don't know, in a way, it kind of helps me have unconditional love. It helps me realize, like, it doesn't excuse people for, like, abusing you. And it doesn't excuse, like, the crazy stuff that people can do sometimes. But overall, you can let it go by having unconditional love and realizing, like, everyone's here on their journey to learn their own lessons, and you can't understand why certain things happen and why certain people do things they do and why certain things go down the way they do, but you just gotta flow with it. You're here and that's all you know, and you have a choice to grow, and you can choose love or you can choose fear, you know? You can choose to continue to focus on the injustices, or you can trust that everything is going to be balanced in time, which it always is. The universe has this beautiful way of balancing things, always. And that's something to believe and trust and hope in. Even if you can't see the whole picture, you know, you're going to have a lot more trust the more you flow through life and the more that happens. And I feel like you're getting to this place, and that's why you're thinking of taking this leap of faith. Like, you're trusting your path and, like, your heart and what it wants, and you're believing, like, maybe there's a reason that I'm like this, and there's a reason that you are the way you are, and that there's a reason for every single thing that's happened in your life, and it's all beautiful. It's all this gorgeous synchronicity, and there's a beauty in what happened between you and this person too. So maybe try to look for that. Change your perception, change your life, you know? So I hope that this reading resonated with you, and I would love to read for you again if you're ever interested, because I know we could totally get more into your love read, because there was some stuff that wanted to come out on that. But thank you again, and anyone else who's watching, thanks for watching, and definitely leave some comments and validate if this resonated with you. I'm sure the person who's reading this would love to be validated to know that there's someone else that's going through this or understands what they're going through. And, oh yeah, I know I can't give away your personal information or details because this is anonymous, but I have to say before I end this video that I absolutely love your name, and I swear it's like one of my baby names I'm saving because I love your name. Alright, peace out.